Good morning to all. In this session, we are going to see about the lathe and its types there. In the subject of basic civil mechanical engineering and the unit of overview of mechanical engineering. So, in this types of the lathes and types, lathe is the main is the first process view, first manufacturing process view, and mainly it removes the material to form the required product itself. Finally comes for the assembly and joining also it supports us. Finally comes for the finishing process also. So this manufacturing involves the systematic conversion of the raw materials and the finished products through the control of the operations and techniques. And this is mainly of the metal removal process. So metal removal process may be done in many other methods also. But the small scale operation includes the manual fitting work or craft work of fine detailing, tool and die making, prototype development. But large scale operation composes of industrial mass production, automotive manufacturing, aerospace components, and heavy machinery fabrication. Here, the metal is removed the modern type of through the laser view itself. So that the laser view can remove the metal very minute parts itself. This is a modern way, but the older in the past stage, in the starting stage, we use the lathe itself. So before using lathe, there are many hand tools and machine tools are used for manufacturing the single part itself. Here you can see various parts of the tools. These are hand tools itself. In this hand tools, it can be manually operated devices to power cut and by the human effort itself. Whereas it has been fixed to the machine tool, where the power driven equipment. It is all driven by the power, by motor or by the pulley itself or diesel engines to have a faster rate of using of these precision tools in the precision machining operations. So here comes this is the starting first part of the lathe itself. First stage of lathe. The lathe will be having the tool. This is maybe the tool post where the tool post where the tools will be placed, and the part will be the required part will be holded in one side. The other side will be having supporting side, and these various tools will be fixed in the tools to machine the part to remove the metal from the part itself. From this stage, it has been passed to a CNC machines, computer numeric control machines. Here the part also automatically it will be imported, it will be entered into the machine itself, and all the machining operations will be done by the machine itself. Final product is received by the material itself here. So this is a similar type of lathe. This is in the lathe. The main parts are the headstock, bed, tool post, and a tailstock itself. The main operations done in the lathe is the facing, turning, step turning, threading, and knurling. Apart from that, there are these other types of machines can be done in the lathe, all those drilling, grinding, shaping, and milling. So now this process for drilling, grinding, shaping, machine, milling, we are having different machineries are there to have a high production itself. Even though you are having separate machines, which is not special machines, but the operation can be done in the lathe also. The lathe, mainly the basic operations of these operations are there: facing, turning, step turning, threading, and knurling. So there are types of lathes we see. There's the engine lathe, there's a central lathe, engine lathe, speed lathe, turret lathe, capstan lathe, and automatic lathe and CNC lathe is there. So this is a similar type of lathe itself. This is a lathe view of a lathe itself. So in this is known as engine lathe, where it is driven by a motor itself. So it's known as engine lathe, and it's a headstock where the part is the working part will be holded in the chuck in the headstock. The headstock contains of the gearbox controls and driving control clutches, and also the chuck will be placed there. It may be 4-jaw chuck or 3-jaw chuck itself. This is one of the headstock main part, and next one is the tool post. This is whole components of the tool post. Then the whole components of the garage. In the garage, it slides on the bed itself, and it is occupied with another spiral rod itself, such that for threading it will be used. And apart from that, there is a cross thread is there to move forward and backward, and to sideways there is another tool post is there. In the tool post, the tools are placed in the tool post itself, so that it can be able to do for the machining itself. Finally comes the tail stalk. Tail stalk is also mounted on the bed itself, which slides on the bed, and its main support for it, it mainly supports the work which is having a longer length itself. So this tail stalk and a garage are sliding on the bed itself here, but also known as center lathe, because tail stalk center and head stalk center, as for the tool post center, all will be on the same line itself. Lathe is working on principles. We can see about the mounted workpiece mounted on the chuck itself, and cutting remains on the stationary or moving itself. Here this is known as a part of the shown as a machining. Here the phasing is done, now it is done, the turning is done on this machine itself. So this is a major component of the lathe itself. When this will come to end of the part. Thank you.